Folk Project Television. Hosted by Joe Guzzo. With music from the Horses Sing None of It archives. With appearances from Walt Koken and Claire Milliner, Del Rey and Steve James, Piedmont Blues, Tom Feldman, and the music of Folk Project members Robin Schaefer and Circle Around the Sun. And now, here's Joe.
Hi everybody, this is Joe Guzzo, and you're watching Folk Project Television. Thanks for joining me today. Yeah, I've been isolating myself now for 85 days. Other than difficulty in obtaining certain paper products, this hasn't been a hardship for me and my wife. And since I'm retired, I don't have to worry about driving and going any place and being any specific time limits or anything. So there's no pressure involved. Our car hasn't needed gasoline. I think the last time I filled it up was very late in February. So it's been a while since I've even worried about that. About the only thing that is out of control these days is my hair. As you can see, it's way long. Those of you who know me know I keep it cut pretty short. There are more than my fair share of scariness in the morning when I first get out of bed, however. If you're familiar with the movie Grease, the one with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, at the very beginning of that movie, there's a sequence of cartoons as they introduce it, and it shows Danny Zuko getting out of bed, and his hair is just like, that's me in the morning. It's pretty much how I look. Some exciting things are going on in my personal life. My granddaughter is going to be on in a movie. They filmed it last year, and it goes live in theaters, be in certain drive-in theaters and venues they deem safe, starting on June 5th. So that's going to be exciting. The name of that is Mighty Oak, and it's about music, so you might enjoy that as well. My granddaughter was also on Broadway in School of Rock and did a bang-up job there as well. Some of you may have seen her. I do miss seeing my daughter and the grandkids, of course, and that whole thing of the camaraderie that you get when you're jamming with your friends. I really do miss all this stuff. We're learning about the virus every day, and as each day passes, but there's so much that we don't know yet. So we're doing as much as we can to avoid the dangers. We bought a UV light, sterilize our incoming mail, and similar items. And with all of the warnings inside the documentation, I have to be careful when I'm using it, so I don't put it against my unprotected skin. Still, the risks far outweigh. I got it backwards. The risk is far outweighed by the benefit. Sorry about that. Can't read my own writing across the room there. My wife is helping me. She holds up cue cards because I can't memorize a script worth a damn. Anyway, my friends, my family, folks like yourself, I want you to be here after this pandemic is done. So please be careful. Honey, next one. She's holding up the same one. I'm on to the next one. I'm bringing a nice assortment of songs today. You're going to hear some great music from a few of our Folk Project family members. And in addition to that, I have songs from Walt Koken and Claire Milliner, Del Rey and Steve James, and the Piedmont Blues Acoustic Duo. And I'm going to end today with some music from Tom Feldman. Much of the music comes from Horses Sing None of It archives, so I encourage you to subscribe to their channel as well on YouTube. You can find all of the performers that I'm mentioning on that channel, so if you want to see more and hear the full interviews that Ralph Litwin has with them, please look forward to doing that. First thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to start with playing a song that was submitted to by a Folk Project member, Robin Schaefer. One half of the chair couple that brings us the Folk Project Acoustic Getaway. In my opinion, important people that make that magic happen. She wrote this song for her beloved parents on the occasion of their 65th anniversary. And since Robin's maiden name is Richmond, she titled the song The Ballad of Howie and Jody, Richmond. And I'd like to let you hear that song now.
On his bicycle, he dreamed of Cadillacs. At the dance, he saw a quiet girl kinda hanging in the back. She had a ready laugh, he had a funny way. He was too young to be looking for love, but he found it anyway. It was good, it was pure, it's what everybody's hoping for. As they stood on the aisle, he took her hand and said, I may not have much money, but I'm a rich, rich man. They had a modest home with room enough for all the things that mattered. Kids and friends, food and love, and lots of laughter. Had celebrations, a tiny kitchen fed everyone. And the house fit right for family times with a daughter and 3 sons. It was warm, it was safe, a place to rest from hectic days. As he looked around, he took her hand and said, I may not have a palace, but I'm a rich, rich man. Money comes and money goes, and most of it gets burned, but money doesn't measure what a life has truly earned. It's how you've lived and what you're worth to family and friends, and how your children grow up. That's what matters in the end. Now they savor memories. 65 years of love and life and family. More faces in the photographs with every passing year. Now they tell their stories to young adoring ears. It is good, it is pure, it's what everybody's thankful for. As the clock ticks, he takes her hand and says, I may not have eternity, but I'm a rich man, I'm a very rich man.
Hi, everybody. Robin's only written 2 songs in her entire life, and the Ballad of Howie and Jody Richmond was her second one and her first ever video. Although she seldom sings, you can hear the love that she has for her parents in that song, and we appreciate the fact that she took the time to get us a copy of that, and hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Next up, I have a traditional song for you. It's called Some of These Days, and it's performed by the Piedmont Blues Acoustic Duo. And blues, they spell blues B-L-U-Z, which I think is kind of cool. It consists of the husband and wife team, Valerie and Ben Turner. They appeared on Horses Sing None of It on November 6, 2014. And I'd like to give them a listen as we sit back and relax. Let's see, there we go. Here it goes.
These days, you're gonna miss me. Some of these days, I am going away. Some of these days, you're gonna miss me. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, I'm going away. These days, you're gonna be sorry. Some of these days, I am going away. Some of these days, you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, I'm going away. You will never know what your friend will till he's gone away. Some of these days, you're gonna be sorry. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, I'm going away. Some of these days, you're gonna miss my loving. Some of these days, I am going away. Some of these days, you're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, I'm going away. You will never know what your friend will do till he's gone away. Some of these days, you're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss me, sweet dreams, I'm going away.
one thing I learned listening to Valerie, she takes her time to learn about the people and the music she plays. Her insights and knowledge run very deep, and it's clear that she can show us when she performs her knowledge in the songs, that everything she brings to that song. In the time since they appeared on Horses, their careers have really gone up. I mean, they've done a great job. They've blossomed, and it's clearly well deserved, as you could hear in that song. The next tune I'm going to play for you is called "The Legend of Railroad Bill," and I'd like to play that for you right now. So here we go.
So there's a legend in southern Alabama about a man named Railroad Bill. He was known to rob freight trains, but mainly the ones that carried food. And he would then redistribute that food among all the poor people in his community. Eventually they caught and shot him to death. But legend says that his spirit still haunts the railroad tracks that lead out of northern Florida into southern Alabama. So this is the song of Railroad Bill. Let me hear your harp then. That's perfect. Railroad Bill, sitting on that hill. He never worked, no, he never will. Let him ride, oh, Railroad Bill. Early one morning, standing in that rain, around the corner came a long freight train. Let him ride, oh, Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill rode out west, shot the brass buttons off that sheriff's vest. Let him ride, oh, Railroad Bill. Sheriff McMillan shot so fine, aimed at Railroad Bill, but he missed him every time. Let him ride, oh, Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill, so mean and so bad, stole all the chickens that those farmers had. Let him ride, oh, Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill went from door to door, giving chickens out just to all the poor. Let him ride, oh, Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill, sitting on his hill, lighting cigars with his $10 bills. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill. Constable McGowan shot him in his back. Now Railroad Bill haunts those railroad tracks. Let him ride, old Railroad Bill.
And there you go. A lot of different groups have put their talents to bring us the great song Stagger Lee. And Ben and Valerie have done the exact same thing, and I'd like to let you hear their rendition of that story. Yeah, right.
What about the story of Stagger Lee? Now there's a good story, I think. His real name was Lee Shelton, and he had a bad reputation as a gambler. And on Christmas night in 1895, he found himself in a St. Louis saloon with a man named Billy Lyons, and the two got into a dispute. Billy Lyons took Stagger Lee's hat, and then Stagger Lee shot and killed Billy to get that hat back. And so that started up a whole bunch of songs about Stagger Lee. So, would you like to hear one of those?
I would.
Okay, here's our version of Stagger Lee.
How can it be you can arrest everybody but cruel Stagger Lee, that bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Billy Lyons told Stagger Lee, please don't take my life. I got two little babes and a darling loving wife. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. What I care about your two little babes, your darling loving wife. You done stole my Stetson hat, and I'm bound to take your life. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Boom, 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 with a 44. Stagger Lee shot Billy Lyons, he's lying on the floor. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Gentlemen of the jury, what you think of that? Stagger Lee shot Billy Lyons for Stetson hat. That bad man, oh cruel Stagger Lee. Stagger Lee did curse. The judge said, let's kill him the way he's killed some of us. That bad man, old crow Stagger Lee. Standing on the gallows, head way up high. At 12 o'clock they killed him, so all glad to see him die. That bad man, old crow Stagger Lee. Police officer, how can it be you can arrest everybody? The cruel Stagger Lee, that bad man, old crow Stagger Lee.
Yeah, that was a great rendition of Stagger Lee. I'd like to play two selections today from Walt Koken and Claire Milliner. They appeared on Horses January 17, 2013, and their performance was pretty great. And I'd like you to listen to the information that they share with us during the playing of their songs. It seems like most of the performers are similar in the way they approach their music to what Valerie and Ben did. And they tell you about the songs a little bit. They give you a description of how the songs came about, who they were done by, and things like that. And the two songs you're about to hear is Black-Eyed Susie and Sitting in the Catbird Seat. And they have some incredible banjo and fiddle playing. So why don't we take a listen and you'll see what I mean.
Do a tune now that also comes from, or at least this version of it comes from Kentucky. It was quite a popular old-time tune called the Black-Eyed Susie. And this version is from a fellow named Luther Strong, who was from Hazard, Kentucky. And he was recorded by Alan Lomax for the Library of Congress in about 1937. Some beautiful stuff.
In fact, he was spending the night in jail for probably drinking too much, and they had to actually bail him out of jail to record him. And he played this tune, Black Eyed.
How's that? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, good.
Okay. You count.
This is one, two.
Yes, you go. Some terrific music there. One of the things I did notice was that I had found so many different performers as I was going through the archives, and among those performers, I found the music of Del Rey and Steve James. They appeared in the show on March 9th, 2006, and since I don't have a lot of information on the songs they played, I'd like to focus a bit on the musicians themselves. As performers, they've had much success, but I feel the magic truly happens, solo success. But the magic really happens when they come together. And their performances have a touchy humor, remarkable instrumental work, and lyrics that'll draw you right in. So I'd like you to listen to two of their songs. Here we go.
Clifford Hayes, and I wrote the lyrics to this one. It was a Clifford Hayes instrumental called The Dance Hall Shuffle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tell a fella who could count to 4. You're gonna wonder how you made it before you learn the dance hall shuffle. Everybody swing their part here. That's what I'm talking about. You'll find romance if you learn to dance. My advice is gonna change your luck, and then you'll trust in girls all smile when you walk in the door, 'cause they can tell the fella who could count to 4. You're gonna wonder how you made it before you learn the dance hall shuffle. This is a song it refers to Memphis Minnie, in that I stole the melody from this song from Memphis Minnie. And I wrote a little song about my dog.
Which we're doing in the key of?
That one. This is a very important part of the music business, is adjusting the audience into the psychic space of the strings. It's called tuning. So this song, I wrote about this song because I used to make my little dog howl whenever I would play Memphis Minnie's Frankie Jean, because it has this whistling part in it. And so my dog would, and so this song I wrote specially to drive my dog Coffee Boy crazy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, he stayed home with me, Lord, quiet at night. Little short-haired dog, he didn't have no fleas. Didn't
like to ramble, always try to please. Little dog, where can you be? Well, next I got a poodle, was a beauty queen. That was the lionest dog I ever have seen. I brought her dinner on a silver plate. She turned her back, Lord, she make me wait. Now, little dog, come back to me. Oh, where's my dog, man? I hear dogs howling all over New Jersey, but none of them is my dog. Well, next I got a dog that wouldn't stay home from dusk till dawn. She was leaving to roam. I could hear her in the alley starting to fight. I lay there worrying all through the night. Now, little dog, where can you be? Steve, have you seen my dog?
You have a spotted dog?
It didn't have no spots. It was a little brown dog.
One ear hung up?
That's not the dog. Have you seen my dog?
I ain't seen him, but I can hear him howling.
That's not my dog. Next I got a dog up off the street. I give that dog my finest meat. Lord, Lord, he ate everything in my home. Left me hungry and all alone. Now, little dog, come back to me. Where's that dog, man? I've been looking for one. Now listen, if you get a good dog, keep it by your side. You give it all your love and honey. Don't try to hide. Don't listen to what these people may say. How a different kind of dog would be better some way now. Little dog, come back to me. You know I had a little dog. He was just right to stay home with me, Lord, quiet at night. Little short-haired dog, he didn't have no fleas. Didn't like to ramble, always try to please. Little dog, come back to me. Wag that tail. I said, little dog, where can you be? That's the Little Dog Blues.
And we are back. I know that the Folk Project has so many talented people within its ranks that I asked a few of them to submit some songs for this show. We have Circle Round the Sun, which consists of 5 longtime members. They shared some of the upcoming music with me. The band members are Jay Walensky on vocals and guitar, Marie Trontel on vocals, Chris Bucata playing sizzling lead guitar, and George LaVecchia playing foundational acoustic bass, and Joe Bryce playing solid rhythm guitar. And Chris and Joe occasionally can be heard singing as well, but only when they can be persuaded to do so. There's another song where we're going to listen to. This first one is called Dolly's Diner, and Marie Trontel wrote the lyrics inspired by the heartbreaking stories of loved ones forced by circumstances to live apart. Dave Sharman created the melody, and it seems very timely now when so many people are battling loneliness. The second song that you're going to hear is called Homesick for the Sun. It's another song where the lyrics seem especially relevant when so many people can't travel as they plan. They can't visit people that they would hope to visit. It's about that wishful feeling, for example, just before you go on vacation, when you'd like to go and not come back. Dave Sherman wrote the music for this one too, and I'd like to present those songs to you right now. And here we go. Thanks.
This wasn't what I bargained for when we planned a wedding. We'd spend our lives together, sleeping together in our bed. Now I work in Santa Fe, you're back in St. Paul. We cruised until the plant closed. Then we hit the skids. I couldn't find another job. Couldn't leave the kids. Every week we lived on less, so there was nothing left. Our loving was the only thing we kept. But I'll keep on working here, try to still my mind, not think of what I'm doing, or the life I left behind. I do the job I promised to when the work is done. I'll stop at Johnny's Diner, let the waitress call me home. I'll stop in at the diner, need someone to call me home. My cousin helped me get this job. I hated what it pays. It's not exactly legal, but it seemed the only way. When I can save a little more, I'll quit and send for you. Recreate the life that we once knew. But I'll keep on working here, try to still my mind, not think of what I'm doing, or the life I left behind. I do the job I promised to when the work is done. I'll stop at Johnny's Diner, let the waitress call me home. I'll stop in at the diner, need someone to call me home. I'm not the man I used to be. It worries me to say I like the old one better, and I fear you'll feel the same. My heart still longs for you, and I hope that's enough, and that I haven't changed to love. But I'll keep on working here, try to still my mind, not think of what I'm doing, or the life I left behind. I'll do the job I promised to when the work is done. I'll stop down his diner, let the waitress call me home. I'll stop in at the diner, need someone to call me home.
Cloudy skies
I'm really happy to be able to bring you music from our fellow Folk Project members. The mission of the Folk Project is to help its members, both performers and those who love to hear good music. So I'm going to ask one more time, and I'll probably ask every week, to try to encourage more of our membership to submit songs to us so that we can get them on the show. Share the songs that they've written. The amount of talent that we have out there just blows me away. So hopefully I can convince one or two of you to throw some songs my way, and maybe we'll get some more. Okay. Our final performer is a fellow by the name of Tom Feldman. Tom should probably be known not just for his presentation of music, but the fact that he has helped teach how he plays, teach what he's learned from some very old-time artists and long gone people that they've tuned their guitars. Those people tune their guitars in unusual ways, open Ds, open As, Batonia tuning, for example. And what he does is he teaches lessons to aspiring young musicians, sharing that knowledge that he's gained over the years and giving insights into how the music has evolved over scores of years. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you another song here, and that song is called Aberdeen. I think it's called Aberdeen. So many songs here, I'm getting mixed up with some of them. One of the things that I'd like to do is to bring to you the Aberdeen, Mississippi blues. It was originally sung by Booker White. It's about a poor man with dreams of having women with him when he leaves town, and local men who are with those women don't appreciate the fact that he's being near the ladies. So this song is about that tale. I hope you enjoy it.
This one's got a great little dance, little rhythm to it. It's called Aberdeen, Mississippi Blues. Well, I'm going down to Aberdeen. I'm way to New Orleans. Well, I'm going to Aberdeen, way to New Orleans, and Aberdeen women gonna buy my gasoline. Well, look down the road, far as I could see. Yes, I looked down the road, and far as I could see, them Aberdeen men was chasing after me. All right, play that. On time. Yeah, married men don't want me around. I said, them men don't want me around. They know I'm gonna take all them women out of town. Well, I'm going down to Aberdeen, my way to New Orleans. Yes, I'm going to Aberdeen, way to New Orleans, and Aberdeen women are gonna buy my gasoline. One more time. Yes.
Yeah, Tom appeared on Horse's Back on June 9th, 2014. One of the most important things about our music here in America is that we've had spiritual songs, and it's always been an important part of what we've heard. There's a song called Keep Your Lamps Trimmed and Burning, and it's a popular example of the genre. I'd like you to listen to Tom's version and bring it to you right now.
Started on my journey. I have started on my journey. I have started on my journey. See what the Lord has done. And don't you get worried. Don't you get worried. Don't get worried. See what the Lord has done. And keep your lamp. See what the Lord has done. Brother, don't you get worried. Don't you get worried. Don't get worried. See what the Lord has done.
Our last song today originated with Skip James. His Delta blues style is quite evident, and Tom brings it to life in this performance. Here's his take on Cypress Grove Blues.
Well, as I mentioned, the other guy who played a lot out of cross-note tuning was Skip James, and this is one of his called Cypress Grove Blues. I would rather be buried in some cypress grove. I would rather be buried in some cypress grove than to have some woman that I can't control. Well, I'm going away now, I'm going away to stay. Well, I'm going away now, I'm going away to stay. Well, that'll be alright, honey. I need my help someday. where the old folks told me, honey, I never did know. Where the old people told me, honey, I never did know. That the good book declares, you'll reap what you sow. Yes, your knee bone's aching and your body's getting cold. When your knee bone's aching and your body's getting cold, well, you better get ready for the cypress grove.
Yeah. Great rendition of that song. One more reminder, I want you to remember to send comments about the show and ideas for future guests. The only way I'm going to make the show better is to put on the things that you want to see. I read every letter and I try to respond within 24 hours. What I'm going to do in a couple of future shows is to give you some more music from people within the folk project, including myself. I'm going to bring you music from the Horses Archive. There's so many songs in there from which to draw, and I'm working to give you those live interviews and music as well. I've not set a schedule yet, but on a future show, I'm going to have Mike Agranoff. Most of us already know Mike quite well, and he's going to talk to us about some music that he does play and some other his other interests. And other than a live experience that are in the works, I will announce them. Other live music that I have in the works, rather, I will announce as I get more details. I'll get that information to you. That's it for today. I look forward to bringing you another show next Sunday. And as I keep saying, stay safe, stay vigilant, and keep listening to those health experts. They know what they're talking about. This is Joe Guzzo for the Folk Project, and I hope to see you again next week.